All right, in this video, we will be doing stoichiometry problems. Stoichiometry is basically a mixture of math and chemistry. And in this video, I will show you how to convert moles to moles using the molar ratio, converting moles to grams, converting grams to moles, and lastly, converting grams to grams. So the first one we're gonna do is moles to gram using the molar ratio. So first you'll have an equation. And before you even start, the problem is when 2 moles of N2 reacts with sufficient H2, how many moles of NH3 will be produced? But before we can answer that question, you must first always balance the equation. So to balance this equation, first I'm going to write my elements on both sides. N, H for nitrogen and hydrogen. For what I did on one side, I'm going to do on the other side. N equals, H equals. Then I count how many each one has. I see 2 N's on the left. I see 2 H's on the left. On the right, I see 1 N. And I see 3 H's on the right. So I have 2 N's on the left side, 1 on the right. So I can easily just go 2 divided by 1 is 2. So I'm going to put a 2 in front of the N. This 2 is multiplied by all of this right here. So 2 times N would give me 2. So I'm going to cross out the 1, make it a 2. 2 times H3 is going to give me 6 because 2 times 3 is 6. So now I have 6 H's. I'm going to cross out the 3 and put a 6. So now I have 6 H's on the right side and 2 on the left side. So I could do the same thing. 6 divided by 2 would give me 3. So I'm gonna put a 3 in front of this H. 3 times H2 would give me 6 H's. So I'm gonna cross that 2 out, make it a 6. So now as you can see, it's balanced. 2 N's on the left, 2 on the right. 6 H's on the left, 6 on the right. Now we can answer the question. When 2 moles of N2 reacts with sufficient H2, how many moles of NH3 will be produced? So first thing you do, all you have to do is write what they give you. So first they gave us 2 moles of N2. So 2 moles of N2 over 1. And the question is asking how many moles of NH3 will be produced. So when you're doing moles to moles, you're always going to have 2 lines. Whatever you're looking for is going to go on the top. So what we're trying to find moles of NH3. So that's what's going on top. Moles NH3. So whatever is on the top of this goes on the bottom of this. So since this up here is moles of N2, down here is also going to be moles of N2 because those are going to cancel out when we multiply. So moles of N2. So then once you have that, you're going to go back to your equation to find the molar ratio. The molar ratio is the coefficients that are in front of the elements. So we look at NH3, we see NH3, what's in front of the NH3? 2. So we're gonna put a 2 right here. Now we find N2. Since there's nothing there, you're gonna say it's 1. So for N2, I'm gonna put a 1. That's the molar ratio. 2 to 1. The molar ratio is 2 to 1. So after that, now you just multiply. The moles of N2 are going to cancel out. 2 times 2 equals 4. 1 times 1 equals 1. So moles NH3. So once 4 divided by 1 is 4. So your answer is 4. How many moles of NH3 will be produced? 4 moles of NH3. So then we come down here and do the second problem. It says, suppose 6 moles of H2 reacted with sufficient nitrogen. How many moles of ammonia, NH3, would be produced? So this one, we start out with 6 moles of H2 this time. So 6 moles of H2 over 1 times, and we're trying to find how many moles of NH3. So that's what's going to go on top. Moles of NH3. So again, whatever's on the top of this one goes on the bottom of this one. So moles of H2 will go on the bottom of this one. So now we got to do is find the molar ratio. So we look back up here on our equation. What's in front of the NH3? 2. What's in front of the H2? 3. So the molar ratio for this problem would be 2 to 3. So now, again, we just we multiply. So these moles of H2 will cancel out. 6 times 2 is 12. 1 times 3 is 3. So 12 divided by 3 will be 4. So 4 is going to be 4 again. 4 moles of NH3 will be produced. So that is how you do, that's how you convert from moles to moles using the molar ratio in stoichiometry. Next, we're going to do moles to grams.